What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Nani, an episode we discuss anime they're currently watching. We have the latest episode of JJK Season 3, and this is all of Megumi Fisher Girl right now. All of Megumi Fisher Girl. Last episode, Yuji fought Higurama, and to me, I didn't say this in the video, but like just rewatching that, I think it probably had to be. I don't want to say it's my favorite episode. Well, maybe it could be a favorite episode, but I had my favorite moment from this season, and I'll dwell into that more when it's the season discussion, which we will do on March 29th. So that's Sunday after the last episode. And I'll say this too, is that not much anime I know that's coming out in the springtime that I'm at least caught up on. Like I said, I know there's ReZero, I know there's Dr. Stone. I'm not caught up on those animes, but I will, be watching it on the side. Like I said, April, I will say I might take like a slight break from watching anime. Not say I'm taking a break from anime in general, but like do like episode discussions and everything. Because there's also The Boys that comes out next month, the final season. So I'll probably be doing videos on that. And that's gonna, man. Like I said, I understand I'm just supposed to be JJK, but like I said, I am so excited, so scared for that season, but let's go ahead and talk about JJK though. But yeah, all Megumi Fisher Girls. So basically, this is Megumi against Reggie, and he's pretty much set up by with the girl is Remy, saying that that's gonna be Higurama, but no, but this is Reggie, but he's trying to gather up strong allies because he knows that King Jaga is gonna drop a bomb when all the strong players survive the Kogans, because there's some big twist that's coming up, and so Megumi's like, okay, what about her? I'm sure you're gonna throw her away, when I bet that she's strong. But yeah, she's just being controlled, and Megumi's like, yeah, no, I ain't buying that. Basically, so Megumi said, yo, handle reports. This is when episode gets crazy. The ambush starts. Guy tries to attack him. Megumi's able to counter that, throws him off. But he said this is demon animals to attack him, but he's holding back, and Reggie's like, I understand you want to transport, you don't want to kill us, but I'll say this. You gotta prepare to kill, because if you don't, you're gonna regret when you're dead. As soon as he says that, we see this eyeball just comes in, and then the explosion, the slow motion animation, the animation through with the door, the glass breaking, and the door with the fire blowing up, like that was really, really cool. And like I said, one thing about this episode, not this episode, but the season, so many unique techniques that we've been seeing. I mean, we didn't see Reggie's yet, but the one guy was able to throw limbs of his body as explosive. He's able to regenerate them, thank God, because that was just terrible. But his ability is kind of crazy right there. It's kind of gross. I'm not gonna lie, but it's good. It's interesting power though, and so he had to quickly get out there. But Remy is still attacking him. He's like, "Is this what you want right now? Like, really?" And so, like I said, he's getting ambushed. We see some oil being sprayed at him, another explosion. Luckily he gets away. And Remy's like, be my knight! Reggie said he protected me, Reggie said he liked me. Yeah, she's gone now, she's broken. She's like, yeah, you're an idiot right there. Megumi's like, they're all talking no shit. Y'all, you ain't shit. You're dumb. You're an idiot right there. You should have never listened to this guy in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And so, the guy that tried to attack him earlier, fights Megumi, and Megumi, makes quick work with this guy. It was basically nothing. He killed him, and it's like that was not his goal, but it's like, what else could you do? Like I said, they were trying to kill him. Granted, he only earned 5 points, but during the fight though, they were announced that it was announced you're able to transfer points to one another, which means Itadori was able to get the job done. But now, Megumi's outnumbered. He has, Reggie and his friend. And, he uses domain expansion, but it's still incomplete. And so, the guys get ready, to attack him. Then, we see probably one of the funniest debuts of all time with Takaba and, say like, oh man, 2 against 1, you think it's a little unfair. But hold, no damage. And we just see the blood just busting out of his head right there. It makes me like the silence, it was like silence for 40 seconds. having one of those funny things. They're like, my game's like, and then Reggie and this guy was like, everybody was always just confused, like, yo, what? Like, it was so funny. And talk about, and that was the comedian that was from episode 3 of the Calling Age right there. You know how his powers activated. Now, we didn't, now obviously people are talking about his powers on social media already, but it wasn't really explained what his curse techniques were in that, in this episode. He looks invincible. I forgot what somebody said about his powers, so someone's gonna explain that to me. But I'm pretty sure that we'll probably get talked about maybe in the next episode or two. I don't know, because we have 2 episodes after this. I don't know, but he was a very funny guy. How to get to the Calling Games, why he's there, I don't know. Like I said, Gibbons, decided to do something else, but I don't know. But what's his goal? I mean, seems to be a cool guy, but it's like you can't trust anybody in the Calling Games right now. Because I said, Megumi sort of trusts this one girl, but obviously she lied him. So it's like, what's this guy objective is? I don't know. Like, what is talking about? I don't know. What's his purpose? But they decide this. Hey, he decides I'll help you. He will fight. The limb exploding guy. But he did the the thousand years of death move from Kakashi and Naruto. So it was cool to see that. But yeah, it's like he's definitely the comic relief character, and I like him. The getup. Now, one thing about his getup is like, yeah, it's blue, but is this actually like his actual skin, or is that just a peach, like peach color? You know what I'm saying? Like that's not his actual skin, right? On the other side, like I don't know. I really could not tell. I mean, maybe it is because it was when he did a sparkle thing. I mean, it was kind of like covering it. So yeah, I don't know. But after that, though, now we have the chase scene between Megumi and Reggie, and that chase scene was really cool. Him throwing Megumi, some of his animals, and we saw more glimpses of what Reggie's powers were. It's like we see these receipts as able to manifest or whatever's on the receipt right there. He's able to manifest. Basically, the next elephant was shoot out water. Reggie was able to use the receipt that had a surfboard. He's able to use the receipt that has these stone climbs or what do we call them? Yeah, he's able to manifest what's on the receipt. And so basically says he calls them contracts. Like for instance, he used this one thing where it's like I used this one receipt that that had me stay at this one resort for 5 days or whatever like that, and now my body is completely refreshed and completely healed. So we're gonna do. And then like I said, one thing about this season there are these unique curses. Now I'll say Reggie looks stupid in his outfit. He looks dumb as hell, but knowing his power, how he manifests these conjures, these receipts, he has to dress like that. Now I'll be honest though, for him to remember what all the receipts are in this position right there, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know how you're able to remember what all these receipts are. So I would not be able to. I really would not be able to. But shout out to him. Megumi does lure him into this gym, and so he uses this gym, or things don't look good for him. He uses this gym to do his domain expansion, and just that aura of getting setting up that domain expansion was cool. And domain expansion is the Chimera Shadow Garden. Now remember he did this move back in season 1, but it was still incomplete. He even still said it was incomplete right there. So it's interesting to see what upgrades he's going to be doing with this domain expansion. Now I also saw this too. People online are saying y'all gotta get Megumi Fujigura his respect. I'm like, I thought his respect was already there because it's he's been putting in the work throughout JJK. So I'm like, listen, the first season, listen, with that domain expansion, even though it was incomplete, he was able to get the job done and kill that spirit. He summoned Maharaga, which set up to be one of the best fights of season 2 between that and Sukuna. Listen, he was able to summon that guy to kill the other guy, which Sukuna saved him, but to summon that's not easy to do. And then the fight, I feel like the fight against these people, yeah, man, Big Fisher Girl, man, I always thought he was always had her strength. Also, figuring out Kirara's moveset. You know what I'm saying? So it's Future Girl has been put in the work. So it's I'm surprised people are saying that, that people are not giving him respect. Like, I don't know, but like I said, I feel still what happens in this next episode. Oh yeah, he is really gonna show, yo, this is why I'm the shit. This is why I'm Future Girl right there. This is why I'm Lyra the Zen Clan right there. So yes, I'm excited. Like I said, my cousin told me, he really was happy to see what Megumi Future Girl does in this fight. And then, next we have like, the final episode of part 1, the triple threat match with Utah and the other two reincarnated sorcerers. So that's gonna be a good fight right there from what he told me. He even said that, it might break the internet. So you just gotta see it right there. But as always, folks, give this video a like the video, it helps the channel a lot. Subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, all that good stuff. I'm still recovering to East Coast time. So yeah, folks, y'all have a good day. Y'all take care. Y'all be safe. See you guys in the next video. Peace.